So, welcome to this breakout session from the city of Milan. I am Filippo Gavazzeni, the head of the Milan Urban Food Policy Pact Secretariat within the Milan Mayor's office. I am particularly delighted to moderate this session also as a Global Shaper alumno and member of the Transformation Leaders Network. The aim of this breakout session is to introduce the Food Trades project and its activities related to the impact investing to a wider audience of entrepreneurs, founders, companies, and affiliated connected with the World Economic Forum. This session has two parts. In the first part, we have a round of speakers that will present the transformative potential of food trades and the need of cities to identify useful channels to connect with the community of impact investors, of course supported by competent researchers. Finally, we have the second part, and we will hear the voice of cities. During the Cities Roundtable, we will have the pleasure to host representatives from Birmingham, Copenhagen, Groningen, and Milan. If you want, please leave your questions and comments in the chat, and we will reply throughout this session in the chat. Before giving the floor to the speakers, I would like to give you a brief overview about the solid framework of food trades, in which food trades is developing, the Milan Urban Food Policy Pact. So, two words about it. The pact is the first and foremost city network committed to drive the change in food system. It is a global commitment of more than 220 mayors that are committed to work together towards more sustainable urban food system. The pact is a tangible platform of cooperation among cities, among city officers, and through the pact we aim to give an holistic approach towards food system transformation. We have divided, let's say, the pact is composed by 37 recommended actions that are clusters in six categories. Every city, every mayor, depending on their political priorities and the local environment, can decide on what kind of recommended action can focus on. However, as I mentioned, we try to provide this holistic approach. So we have action from the governments or the governance of the food system. So, for example, establishing a food council within the city, or sustainable diets and nutrition. So creating healthy guidelines, or managing, as many cities are doing, the school canteen service. Social and economic equity, so all the actions that are aimed at create, let's say, more equitable society with food, and then food production. So, for example, the action linked to urban and peri-urban agriculture, food supply and distribution. We mentioned it at the beginning, in the opening of this event. So, all the way in which food is moved to the cities and within the cities, and last but not least, food waste. So all the action connected to prevent food losses and waste. We have many activities and many action within the pact aimed at promoting cities exchange. We do it through global forum and regional forums, so global meeting among cities and stakeholders at both at a global level and a regional level, and we are doing this also through the Milan Pact Awards, and I'm moving to the conclusion of this first part. So the Milan Pact Awards is an initiative of the City of Milan and the Caripop Foundation aimed at collecting food knowledge from cities, from our signatory cities. Then an international jury of experts evaluates the most innovative and impactful action in the local food system. So we have every year some winning cities, you can see them in the slide, and we, with these winning practices, our aim is to transfer this knowledge towards other cities that are interested. At the same time, through this year, through all this edition, we have collected the most important, let's say, library of food policy with more than 400 practices approved, let's say, sent by our mayors. This library constitutes, let's say, our knowledge, and you can also have a glimpse in the next slide of all the knowledge that we have collected from Europe, that is the most let's say the cities with the most the highest number of cities, and also the let's say the highest number of